Okay, so today we're also going to work on, it's back there, trying to get that appropriate, there we go, see, just so you need to see, that's my traveling bag, but not using it really today, thankfully. So we're going to start with the, let's see, January again. We're going to start with that binder that we needed to work on, and we're going to fill in the blank a little bit more. You have that sheet of paper that we had before where you're writing in the checklist, all the paper that you're going to have. So if you run out of space on this paper, I encourage you to fill in another piece of paper just like that with the headings on the top and in the middle of your paper. Or you could just do columns. But I would encourage you to do it this way. It's just how it's lined up so far. Let's see. So you're also going to have a monthly compare expense. So write that under your heading. You're going to put that in that section of the binder. The spending. Let's see. A 3-month expense projection. You're going to write down that once a month you'll be meeting with an accountant. So you're going to say meet with an accountant. You're also going to have a meet with the banker section and a couple pieces of paper to go with that. You're also going to put in there to send a note to your banker. We're going to send out notes to our bankers and accountants to keep a good business profile. You're also going to have a reassessment of customer needs list, a what's my image checklist, a send out response cards, and then you're also going to want to have a send out response cards. So you're going to have all of that in your January binder so far. You could also do it where you're doing the January binder as well as a February binder or something like that, but I would probably keep it all in a year planner. That way you wouldn't be shuffling through the different binders at the end of the season, end of the year, business season.
Yeah. I told you. You said you put cold water in it because it's too hot. Oh.
So that's your January. We have more time. We'll also do the February and March. They're going to be a little bit different, and there will be more after this. This is just as far as we've gotten, so hopefully you'll keep all your papers in one place, and they'll be easy enough to get to, so when you watch the video, you can just write down, after you found the paper where it goes. February, let's see. We're also going to do the monthly compare expenses. You're going to make, maintain, and keep a list of 5 giveaway flyers. I think, what is that one? Sorry, my own rough draft. This is your rough draft too. It's okay. You're going to get just right where we need to go in the end. You want a list of giveaway flyers. So I think you want to get information of what, flyers are kind of looking like these days so that you can project what some of yours will look like when you're doing your advertising. Customer benefits list. That one you're going to do again. Who are your best customers worksheet. Meet with accountant. Meet with banker. Distribution worksheet. Reassessment of customer needs list. Customer pricing checklist. Send out response cards. Goods and directions sheet or list. So that's February, and I'll clarify what some of those are. We have a lot of work to do. We'll clarify what those are as we get to them. They're taken, they have a business source, and they will be useful in your business planning for February. So I'd encourage you to make that list of what's going to go in your February binder, section of your binder. March, we're also going to do a monthly compare expense. we're gonna get in, let's see. This is the month to get in contact with local magazines or crafters and journalers or whatever your trade is for the advertising number, and to stay in contact to send a handwritten note. So this is just the month to do this. This is another big to-do list for March, a specific one. The accountant, the banker, add those as well again. Let's see. Also add to your January, February, and March to print out a seasonal trend for each of these months. So for whatever you're into, if there's a trend, print out what that month's trend is. So you can start working with trends. You don't have to do it all the time, but just to know what's out there.
You got gas? No.
Set up a 2-week ad. Reassess customer needs list. What's my image checklist? Be active in the community checklist. So that's also this month. Then let's see. We can start on April. So you can add this on there. 3-month expenses projection. Accountant and banker. Send a note to your lawyer this time. Oh no, this one's, sorry. So February is accountant and lawyer. March is accountant and banker. April is accountant and lawyer. And in April you're sending a note to the lawyer. So if you got that, change that. Customer pricing checklist. Reassessment customer needs list. What's my image checklist? Note to wholesaler written. Print out a new seasonal trend for each of these months as well. Keep doing that each month. So April, May, and June as well. Make and maintain a list of 5 church advertising bulletins, so that you know what church, like churches like to do that. They like to advertise for you. So it's kind of, I think you might promote for them, and then you'll also get some advertising space in there, or you'll pay them and get some advertising space. Be active in the community checklist, logo checklist, accountant and banker on this one. What does that say? Bring the banker checklist, customer profile worksheet. This is really a first year. There may be a couple things that change in a second year sheet here, but not by much. Customer profile worksheet, goals and directions sheet list, distribution worksheet, send out response cards. Response cards are something you'll be working with to see how your business is doing when you're talking to customers or potential customers. June, set up a 2-week ad in newspaper, advertise in the yellow page for next year. Vehicle advertising, so if you wanted to put any ads on a vehicle, this is the month to do it. You can plan for that. Meet with accountant, meet with lawyer. Customer pricing checklist. What's my image checklist? So that is for June, so you'll want to write those down. July is your spending, your compare expenses. Just in this month, you're also going to do the set and plan a 3-month expense worksheet, to be active in the community checklist. Like all of these, you don't have to act on, like to be active in the community. You can choose what months you want to be active in the community, or see how long each community active duty, whatever you're doing with them or for them, how long it's going to take. If it's a 3-month commitment, then you could say, I'm only doing my 3 months in the summer or my 3 months in the winter. But this is just something to keep you generating ideas at least. Send note to the banker. Bring the banker checklist. Distribution worksheet, reassessment of customer list, send out response cards. This is also, you're doing the trend for July, August, and September trend sheet. Look online and see what some of the trends are. You can see if there's a trend towards either, what's it called? We'll write this down later, but trend toward the, when they spend money on what you're selling. And it can also be a trend like, what does a journal, if you're selling journals, what does a journal look like this month? That's popular. This is make, maintain, and keep a list of 5 giveaway flyers for advertising numbers. So if you want to pick up some more flyers that are just local, that are in your area, keep them and keep them for advertising. That was what I was talking about on the other side in February. So you want to pick up the flyers and then look for a contact number. So when you want to do some advertising, you can do some advertising in there. Write a customer benefits list for the next 6 months. Yep. Goals and directions. List, meet with accountant, meet with lawyer. What's my image checklist, customer pricing checklist, reassessment, and customer needs list. That's also in August. September, you're doing the monthly compare expenses, just like August. Setting up 2-week ad in newspaper, be active in community checklist, accountant, banker checklist. If you have those, write those in there. The distribution worksheet, reassessment of customer needs list, send out response cards, and print the new trend. So that's also.
What are you doing, Bill?
These are very repetitive, but these are things you'll want to do every month. Like you'll probably spend a couple, just like 2 days filling out the binder if you have all, maybe a week, depending on if you spend your whole day doing it or if you spend, you'll probably spend 16 hours in a month. You'll spend tops doing all this. I don't think it'll even take that much because unless you're making some big changes, but you want to give yourself probably that much time to go over the business side of it at least. And this isn't considering the ledger yet, so probably 16 hours. October is monthly compare expenses. October, November, December. The seasonal trend, October, November, December. October is spending. You're going to put that in there. Plan a 3-month by month expenses projection for October, November, and December. Customer needs pricing, accountant and lawyer, send a note to the lawyer. Reassess customer needs list, note to wholesaler handwritten. November, the expenses, the trend. Make and maintain and keep a list of 5 other church advertising bulletins. Who are my best customers worksheet? Take a look at take a look at a business book. So you want to start looking in November. It's kind of like a wind down before Christmas a little bit. Like you want to stop working so much, hopefully, intermittently, so that you'll be relaxed for Christmas and the holidays and Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So I would start looking at your just like business books. It's not a waste of time to do that. It's just good to take a step back. Even though you'll feel like Christmas is right around the corner and people will be buying a lot of your stuff, it's probably better to take a risk at this point and let it go by itself if it's not in, it's probably just a good business practice. What's my image checklist? Be active in the community checklist. Meet with accountant and banker checklist. Goals and directions sheet list. Distribution worksheet. Customer profile worksheet. Send out response cards. And sending out response cards, that's one of those things where you can do like, I'm sending 10 out, or I'm only sending 100 out, depending on how many you want to get back and into your files. Monthly compare expense for December, the trend list. Set up a 2-week ad in the newspaper, customer pricing checklist. Accountant, lawyer, and reassessment of customer needs list. And like I said, there'll be lots more to do, but right now this is what you want to look at for your binder. So get that list started for what's going in your binder so you'll have it ready when the time comes.